E aí galera, beleza? Bem-vindos a mais um vídeo do canal Pro Evolution Games. Estamos aqui de NBA 2K21. Eu sou o Thiago Cavuca, galera, e vamos trazer aqui a nossa saga, né? A nossa carreira, nossa vida na NBA. A gente chegou ali como uma grande promessa. Fomos eleitos, né? Fomos drafteados na sexta rodada. Não, minto, na sexta escolha da primeira rodada, galera. Então a gente tá com muita moral, só que nessa equipe nossa aqui não tá indo muito bem. Para quem não acompanhou até agora, tá complicado a vida do Jazz ali. Perdemos as duas primeiras, e essa pro Los Angeles Lakers foi vergonhosa. Então a gente precisa melhorar. Eu sei que eu preciso jogar mais para o time, né? Parar de tentar as jogadas ali individuais. Ainda não tô no nível para isso. Então vou fazer a bola rodar para o time não ficar no marasmo e não ficar perdendo tão feio as partidas, beleza? Então já vai se inscrevendo no canal aí, ativando o sininho, galera, para não perder notificação de vídeo e sentando o dedo no joinha, porque se a gente não ganhar do Kings, pelo amor de Deus, viu? Aí abandona. Vamos lá.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Hi everyone, time to get into it. NBA
Vamos lá, galera. Vivid Smart Arena, a casa do Utah Jazz. A gente tem que ficar de olho aí no Aaron Fox. Ele é muito rápido, muito complicado de ser marcado.
None is more popular than the Kobe 4. Originally released in 2009, last season almost a quarter of all NBA.
Thanks, David.
Vamos lá, tem o Carl Anthony Towns nessa equipe, Marvin Bagel, os caras são... Não é desse não, né? Ah, não, eu falei errado. Lembra do Cavuca agitando a torcida? O Carl Anthony Towns é do Timberwolves, perdão. Desculpem o meu equívoco, galera. Vamos lá. Vamos ver se o Jazz desencanta, né? Aí, vamos marcar o Bazemore.
Glenn finds Joseph. Here's Bazemore. And the shot goes
Caraca,
in.
eu fiz errado.
And the Kings lead by 5.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by the Jazz.
Pass to Niang. Over to the left wing.
Sozinho?
Rebound by
Cara, a bola não cai, velho.
Sacramento's gone 0
Você viu que ali o troço vai praticamente certinho, perfeito na direção e não cai.
Utah has gone 4 of 5 from three-point land to get things going here in the first.
Boa! Nossa! Se eu soubesse, eu tinha tentado ir pra sexta.
A fantastic mobile one block.
Olha.
This one deserves another look.
And guys, that's about as good a defensive play as you'll see. Instant reaction to get a hand to the shot.
Rudier pass to Brent. Nice ball movement by Utah. The jump hook.
In building this league,
pelo amor
they've
de
done a
Deus.
terrific job finishing the defensive sequences with the backdoor. That has been key.
Joseph, that's good.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Cobb in the corner. Rudier against Joseph. And it's going out of bounds. The Jazz will retain possession.
Falta 5 segundos.
And the ball goes out of
Boa.
bounds. Last touch by Lamb.
Boy, if you're the coach, you hate to see that kind of miscommunication between your guys.
And the
Falta.
call on the
Tinha que ter
shot
caído.
sends him to the line.
Someone late to the game of basketball, Junior's natural ability
Ah, meu Deus.
from the first time he ever stepped on the floor, and he's been cultivating them ever
Aí.
since. And of course, we know the history between Cobb and Junior.
Droga.
These two seem to have their fates intertwined. They're always going to be connected.
And Greg, now the two rookies are playing for the same side. They've been competitive for so long. So it's nice to see them join forces. Just five to shoot.
Olha, ele vai ter que chutar de qualquer jeito aí, ó.
The three
Boa.
from Joseph.
Ah, o que não pode é isso.
Holmes can't get it to go in.
Yeah, they got that one. But
Aqui,
early
Kobe.
on, it's really been a struggle for them to secure that defensive
Não,
backfield.
Stolen by Len.
que droga que eu fiz.
That's his first foul. Kings leading now by 6. Joseph, the pass to Len. We've got 1:28 left to play in the first quarter. And Violets kicks it to Baseman. Goes up the baseline. They get it back.
Ah, velho, ainda faz a
He's got a free throw coming up as well.
Ah, meu
Well, we've
Deus.
seen that movie.
Tá difícil esse time do Jazz.
Bucket in the paint.
The Kings shooting their 4th attempt at the free throw line right here.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
To the inside.
Não.
Stolen by Len.
Olha isso, cara.
Here's Joseph. The teardrop falls in.
Cara,
Now
2
it's an
turnovers.
11-point Sacramento lead.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Boa.
They established
2 pontos. Aí.
this is why they're way out in front.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Pass to Holmes. Bazemore with it. Fires the 3.
Ah, bicho, o cara tá pegando todos os rebotes.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
Cloutier pass to Junior. It's tipped.
Ah, droga.
Bazemore.
Boa.
Stolen by Junior.
Devolvi, vai.
Pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Isso.
It's good.
Assistência. Roubo e assistência.
Doesn't look
Aí me tiram.
You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it.
Na
How do you
Mitchell.
evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
well. I mean, their skill, power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going down.
Falta.
On
Boa.
the court for Sacramento.
É uma bola de graça, hein? Vamos trabalhar.
Jabari Parker. Then there's Wallace. Then it's De'Aaron Fox. And it's Bagley in at the center, walking down the middle. The Kings making a switch here. Len's checked in. And here's Junior.
Falta.
In that last game against the Lakers.
And one of the big ways he
Isso aí.
came through was at the foul line. They couldn't contain him. He was equally effective at scoring baskets
meu Deus.
as well as getting to the line.
You can't make the second free
Perdi
throw
as
either.
duas.
Missing both. Mitchell against Fox. Now the pass to Barnes.
Tomou tocar. Ah, não. Pensei que tinha tomado toco. Caraca.
He's got 3 assists in the game.
Me enganou agora, hein?
Pass to Ingles.
Ah, mano, isso é muito bom.
Back to Mitchell. There's the dish to Bogdanovich. Jazz passing it around.
Boa.
Junior the pass to Bogdanovich. And
Ah,
two free
falta.
throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Bom, pelo menos o passe rendeu a
It's going to
falta,
go on
né?
De'Aaron Fox.
Aí.
I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Isso.
Entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovich put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high and the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
Whoa.
Errou.
It doesn't go.
Boa, peguei o rebote.
Excellent defense there from Junior. Jazz trail by 8.
Bola pro
Now let's
Mitchell.
go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike Conley is a 3-time sportsmanship award winner. He's also won the teammate award. And he's never been assessed a technical foul at any level of basketball. Now, some ask if going easy on the refs cost him calls down the road.
Falta.
Quinn Snyder said, "It's
Chamando
hard to
muita
imagine
falta,
handling
né?
yourself with poise and respect can ever be a negative."
Ah, velho, não
Well said. Thanks,
acredito.
David. And another area where Bogdanovich is helping the offense.
Olha aí,
Greg
cara.
is doing a better job of creating for others.
I mean, he still has that shoot first mentality, but now if he doesn't have a clean look, he's much more willing to make the extra pass, and that makes him just that much more valuable to this team.
To the paint.
Boa!
They
Não!
get the rebound. Back to Bogdanovich. He kicks to Ingles. Shot clock at 5. From deep. The Jazz keeping it alive. A new 14. They retain
Nossa,
possession.
que briga, velho.
And the Kings lead has been cut down now to just 6 points.
Quase que não sai o ponto, hein?
Wallace outside. Pass to Parker.
Boa. Ah, deixou o cara fazer.
Making him 1 for 4.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Mitchell kicks to Ingles. Back to Mitchell.
Isso!
Trying to get open.
Que penetração maravilhosa do Donovan Mitchell.
He finished strong.
Ah, abriu e ele vai pra enterrada.
Fox with it. He picked up 15 points in the last
6 pontos. Defesa, defesa. Ah, Gobert. Dá um toque sem fazer falta.
Harrison Barnes at 6'8", 225 has played some power forward. Greg, do you like him there or at his more natural small forward position?
I think in today's game, Kevin, having the strength he does allows him to kind of hold his own. You know, you don't see a lot of four-man playing a lot of post-up in today's game. He's still got to be able to play in space, and I think creates matchup nightmares for the opponent.
A pull-up. Good on the jump shot. Barnes has got 13 points.
Olha aí, velho.
So reliable. They've really leaned on him at the offensive end.
Pass to Junior. For Bogdanovich, and he gets it there. Excellent D there from Parker.
And for his offense, this has just been a brutal period.
Here's Wallace.
Tomou um tocaço agora do Gobert.
Plays like that, Gobert,
Isso aí, Gobert.
in your head.
Era o que você tinha que ter feito aquela hora, pô.
On the wing, Barnes. Ingles covering.
Sozinho.
Parker passes to Wallace. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The 3.
Errou.
Having a shot
Ah, velho, vai deixar o cara pegar o rebote,
teammates
bicho.
have been picking up the
Tem que
slack.
perder mesmo.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunity.
Especially when you're this far down, you have to make the most of every sequence.
And that's fine.
Gaga.
Maybe you don't sit it at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before that.
For Sacramento, they have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And there's the pass to Ingles. Back to Mitchell. There's Junior.
Falta.
On that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Give Junior credit. I like how he doesn't let tough defense stop him from
Boa.
trying to score.
And this is his 4th trip to the free throw line tonight.
Just
Isso.
hasn't found his form at the line.
Mais dois.
Kent Bazemore is checked in for Wallace.
He has been
Roubo.
battling some serious demons.
Vai, Mitchell.
Tonight. Good to see him finally.
Aí!
Taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
43 seconds left here in the second. Barnes outside. Over Ingles. And that one's good. Barnes.
Caiu
Barnes
fácil, hein?
has got 11 here in this quarter alone.
Defensively, they've had no answer for him this period, and he continues to stay aggressive.
Mitchell against Fox. Mitchell passes to Junior.
Vai! Ah, ô Bogdanovic, você tava sozinho, cara.
A drive by Barnes. That is off the mark. He's shooting 60% on 6 of 10 shots. To the middle.
Ah.
By Len. On deep. And that shot was in time, but doesn't go in. Harrison
Errei o passe.
for Sacramento. He comes away
Mais
with
um
the
turnover nas costas, hein?
and is showing no signs of fatigue. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. And you know, Harrison Barnes has really been
Vamos lá.
changing it up here. Flattening the lottery odds, Greg. Do you think that's worked
Nossa,
out
estão
as
perdendo
intended?
20 pontos.
You don't hear as many predictions about who's going to get
Tá
the
difícil, tá
one pick
difícil.
or the second pick. I think that's good for the players and the fans. You don't want
Torcida
anyone rooting
tá
for you.
chiando.
No, absolutely not. Junior's out there with Moutier. Then there's Cobb. Then there's Bradley. And it's O'Neal in at the small
Pelo
forward.
amor de Deus,
That's the
cara. O
group
cara
right now
perdeu
for
a
Utah.
bola.
And that little teardrop, Fox had it back in Kentucky, and boy, is he perfecting it at this level.
Moutier kicks to O'Neal. Back to Moutier. Jazz passing it around. Fox with the steal. And now the fast break. Fox with
Nem
the
fala
ball.
nada.
Slides through for his 7th basket in 11 tries.
That's what you get from a vet like Bazemore, making the next pass.
Out to the right wing. Junior dishes to Cobb. Now, here's Junior. He's covered by Bazemore with the fadeaway. Not gonna
Ali.
go that time, so the Kings will take it the
Ah,
other
te
way.
lascar, velho.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say, they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era
Falta.
was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
Oh, wow.
The reality is, these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of
Parece que
what the value
eu nunca vi, parece que é melhor você soltar antes de entrar lá naquele.
They're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true.
Cai, bola!
And the tenacity of Junior's inside play goes right into the defender to get a foul and put the shot up.
They keep sending him to the line, and he has been unable to respond.
Isso.
He's only made 4.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line. They needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And stolen by Junior. In transition, here come the Jazz.
Olha o
Over in the
Gobert!
corner, Moutier to the paint. Here's Junior. 8 points for him. Bradley passes to Moutier. Out to the right wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Cobb. It's hauled in by the Kings. Len's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the inside. And Fox gets it to go. Fox has got 16 points.
Well, I think it's fair to say that Fox is in the zone right now. An exciting player to watch. I just love seeing how he can take over a game with his aggressiveness.
Junior dishes to Bradley. Junior the pass to Bradley. Moutier looking around. And
Sozinho?
for Junior. The Jazz
Acerto nunca, né?
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Here's Fox.
Ah, me caiu, velho. Vai arrumar o
So
outro.
a chance at the line for one more.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
And the Jazz making a change here. Conley's checked in. And getting to the free throw line. More and more. G8 awfully tough to stay in front of De'Aaron Fox.
I mean, he's just got to knock them down, though. I mean, a free throw percentage, I think he can and will improve upon.
Cobb passes to Junior. And Gobert kicks to Junior.
Boa!
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And the flair Cobb plays with is exciting to watch. There's no question he believes that he's a dominant player. And they are making it look easy at the free throw line.
Hendricks Kobe fazendo os pontos.
And Cobb drops both of them. 1:44 left to play in the third. Sacramento's gone 2 of 5 with a three-point shot since coming out of the break. Bazemore passes to Fox. Here's Giles. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Boa!
Gobert's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Junior dishes to Gobert. Kicks to Cobb. Down low.
Boa! Sozinho! 2 pontos mais!
Junior's got 5 points now in the quarter.
You can't leave someone open around Cobb. When you do, he makes sure to hurt you for that mistake.
Here's Len. Gobert with the block.
Boa! Ah, mano, cai, bola!
On the interior, the rebound
Droga!
has been off the charts.
And the foul called on Junior. That will get him his 4th foul of the game, and due to the bonus, we'll head to the line for 2. So far, he's hit all of his shots at the foul line, going 4 for 4.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than the average number.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Bradley. Marvin Bagley's checked in for the Kings. Conley, the pass to Junior. Out of bounds, Sacramento takes possession.
Yeah, just not on the
difícil,
same
hein,
page.
Conley?
Unfortunate, wasted possession.
The Kings shooting a stellar 60% since the halftime break. Conley against Fox. Passes it to Bazemore. And the foul called on Junior.
Outra falta.
That'll be foul number 5 on him, and through the bonus will be headed to the free throw line. He's made all 6 of his tries at the
E os
line
caras
so
não
far.
erram, né? Uma.
Kent Bazemore, the former National Defensive Player of the Year in college, has a 7-foot wingspan, which gives him a big advantage.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
Olha aí, velho.
Now, here's Bielitsa. He's tightly guarded. 2 free
Falta do
throws coming
Kobe.
up, and they call the shooting foul.
Hendricks
How about
Kobe.
the way Fox continues to
Saímos.
Sacramento making some changes. Rashad Holmes, he's checked in for Len. Giles comes in for Fox. And Jabari Parker subbed in for Kent Bazemore. On the floor for Sacramento, they've got Giles. Bielitsa is out there with Parker. Then it's Bagley. And it's Holmes in at the 5 spot. Junior kicks to Niang. Pass to Moutier. Rocket 6. Now, Junior. They get it again. Davis. And a missed late.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Droga.
Cloaked loose.
Boa.
Stolen by Junior.
Mais uma assistência. Quarto roubo dele.
That's what I call winning basketball. Junior jumpstarts the fast break by timing his steal perfectly.
Now, here's Bielitsa.
A gente faz muita falta, mano. Mas também rouba muitas
Parker,
bolas,
right
né?
side. Shot clock at 6.
Errou. Nossa. O cara acertou, Jabari Parker.
He was able to
cara era uma
simply lay
promessa,
in
né?
over the top of the
Do Chicago
smaller man.
Bulls.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
The Jazz working the ball around now.
Ah, velho.
Here's Giles. Shoots a fader. No good that time. Moutier against Parker.
Ó.
And
Boa, Moodier! Emmanuel Moodier. Jogadaço, hein?
For Sacramento, they've gone 6 of 12 from the field here in the fourth, and even
Eita, fora. Falta final, tô expulso.
That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
Vamos avançar aqui, galera. Fui expulso.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which
24
their
pontos de
team
diferença.
You know what?
A gente não ganha de ninguém.
I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise for the kind of win they did tonight.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew. This is Kevin Harlan saying
Conseguiu uma
thanks for
pontuação
watching.
melhor
We'll
agora.
see you next time.
Tô achando estranho, galera. Não tá tendo cutscene. Bom, galera, então é isso. Vamos ficando por aqui. Eu espero que vocês tenham curtido. Se curtiram, já sabe, não deixe de se inscrever no canal e ativar o sininho. Beleza? Dá aquele joinha que não custa nada. Até o próximo episódio. Valeu e fui!